Hi, are you ready to learn about online writing portfolios or digital writing portfolios? We wanted to share this video so other teachers can have the opportunity to learn all about this amazing resource. Used to, when I was teaching, we had manila folders for writing portfolios, and students would stuff their stories into them. And inevitably, they would lose a story or an essay, and then I would be trying to track it down, and I needed it for my progress to show my principal. So, writing portfolios have been around forever, and they have been around as those manila folder ones. And they are awesome because they track everyone's writing progress and their writing journey, and they keep up with all their stories and essays for the entire school year. But they were a lot of work. I had to always keep track of them. I had to always grade them, spend my weekends grading writing portfolios, updating them, tracking students' papers down, making a checklist of what was missing in their writing portfolios. So it was something that was quite often giving me a headache. But then we found a wonderful solution, digital writing portfolios. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. So, again, the idea of writing portfolios is awesome. It keeps track of everyone's stories, everyone's essays. There's normally a checklist on the outside of the folder that helped me keep track of what I needed to teach next or what writing unit they needed to conquer next. So, they were really great, but they took up a lot of space in my classroom, especially when I was teaching middle and high school English. And they also were kind of messy in the classroom as well. Like I said before, we would lose papers. They just were a mess. So when we switched to online digital portfolios, it had so many solutions to our problems. So I started with the idea of a writing portfolio when I was utilizing Google Docs quite heavily in the English classroom at the middle school and high school level. Students would type their essays, they would share them with me. We would do peer editing and teacher editing as well using Google Docs and their editing and suggesting tools. And it was really awesome. And then their writing portfolio basically became their Google Drive. So that meant I wasn't tracking all these loose papers that were stuffed into a manila folder. They were all in one spot, technology wise. So I really loved the idea of having an online portfolio within Google Drive using Google Docs. But then we kind of lost something along the way. We lost the personality of what a writing portfolio normally shows. So every year at the beginning of the year, the first week of school, I would dedicate, 10 to 15 minutes to having students personalize their writing portfolio, the manila folder type ones. And they would, do their illustrations and doodles and put their name all over the top of it and the front of it. And it was awesome. And then we would have to face the problems of the papers. So when we switched to the online digital portfolio, we lost the opportunity to showcase their personality. Yes, their essays and stories were inside the Google Drive, showcasing their talent and their stories and their writing journey, but we lost a little bit of that personality, which made writing motivating and exciting when it comes to decorating the portfolios. So then we discovered the magic of Canva. It combined the idea of decorating a folder with a child's personality with also having everything stored in one spot in a modern, fresh way using technology. So Canva has all of the elements and all the graphics to decorate a folder, a digital folder. And it also makes writing exciting because students can personalize their writing journey using Canva. So it combined the both worlds. It combined the ability to have them personalize their folders, and it also had technology, so everything was in one spot for me. So Canva allows students not only to store their writing and their essays in one spot, but it allows them to uniquely personalize and create their writing portfolios based on their interests. So students are living in a digital world now. Instead of fighting that, why not join them and use that to our advantage and make writing motivating and engaging and exciting for them by using online digital portfolios? So, not only does it combine the storage aspect with the ability to decorate based on personality and personalize portfolios, but there is a distinct advantage for the teacher. So Canva has so many cool tools that they can use for peer editing, for teacher editing, like the talking head, like you see where I am right now. So students can take their writing portfolios and use the talking head to read their stories aloud. And then that shows their writing journey even more. Then you can also see the various moments where students are editing with a peer. You can see other moments where they have fixed something or corrected something. So not only is it a place to store things and personalize it, but it's you as the teacher, you get to dive into their writing journey and see what they've done along the way. And you can also see them publish their writing through their voice when they get to read their stories aloud within their writing portfolios. So, as a teacher, having digital online portfolios is powerful evidence of student writing growth. You get to see the journey that they've taken from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, how they've grown with their writing, with their illustrations, within their editing, within even their fluency as they read their stories aloud. And it's a wonderful tool to share with other teachers, with parents during parent conferences, and with admin as well to show student progress. And then students seeing their journey, if they look back on how far they've come throughout the whole entire school year, it makes it really empowering for them. So they see how they have changed as a writer, and that drives motivation. It turns them from timid writers to these bold, empowered, engaged writers within the classroom. So, as a teacher, having digital online portfolios is powerful evidence of student writing growth. You get to see the journey that they've taken from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, how they've grown with their writing, with their illustrations, within their editing, within even their fluency as they read their stories aloud. And it's a wonderful tool to share with other teachers, with parents during parent conferences, and with admin as well to show student progress. And then students seeing their journey, if they look back on how far they've come throughout the whole entire school year, it makes it really empowering for them. So they see how they have changed as a writer, and that drives motivation. It turns them from timid writers to these bold, empowered, engaged writers within the classroom. So, like I just said before, imagine opening a child's writing portfolio at a parent teacher conference and seeing the journey that child has taken throughout the whole entire year. And then even having the child, if you have the kind of conferences where the child is within the conference as well, having them show their parent the journey that they've taken. It really, they become very proud of their work, proud of their journey. Keeping up with their writing portfolios throughout the year becomes something that is very engaging for them. And it also becomes something that drives motivation. They want to show other people what they've done in a modern yet magical way. Inside our course, Soar into Writing with Visual Magic, we show you all the steps to create a digital writing portfolio for your students to utilize. And we also show you all the steps to make it run on autopilot, saving you hours and hours of time. So, digital writing portfolios are well worth it. To get you started today, we have included two free templates, covers for the student writing portfolios. So you can go ahead and click the link below to download those. But again, if you want to know how to do this in a more in depth way, we really suggest you getting our course so you can see how it runs and how best to utilize it. So, with the magic of Canva, your chaos of papers becomes a celebration of students' writing journeys. So, thank you for joining us with our free little video all about writing portfolios. And we hope you'll check out the two templates that we have provided for you in our writing course that tells you more about the magic of Canva in student writing. Last but not least, if you are interested in the full course, Soaring to Writing with Visual Magic, we would love for you to check it out. It comes with 12 ready to go modules, tons of resources, rubrics, peer and teacher editing tools, differentiation, and just everything that you would ever need to integrate Canva writing into your classroom and to make students beg to write. This type of writing has changed our lives, and we want to share it with other teachers as well. So we hope you check out the course. Thank you.